Hello viewers, this is the Hondalorian and welcome to episode 1 of my 8th gen Civic Si build. I purchased this car as a 2007 Si with 118,000 miles. The body was in pretty good shape, but there was a lot of neglected maintenance on the motor and the trans and pretty much everything. So we'll start there. The tires on this thing completely squared off because the rear struts were blown out and the previous owner had put an Eibach lowering spring on the car. And so anytime you hit a bump, there's no dampening or rebound for the strut, and so these cars just naturally camber out when you lower them, and so it just squares off the shoulder of that tire, and it was really bad news. I didn't notice it when I had bought the car, and I can't believe I drove on it like that. I took it like right to my buddy's shop, and we got it up in the air, and we're like, oh shit, we got to take care of this now. So I also got picked up some new struts for it. Picked up some Trueheart lowering struts. They were designed to work with a lowering spring, so I figured I'd match them up with the Eibachs that were on the car already and see how that would work out with it. The next thing that was horrible about this car was the previous owner had a really cheap exhaust system, aftermarket exhaust, and they had pulled out all of the insulation from inside the muffler, and inside the car it sounded horrible. You got a ton of resonance inside, and anything above 4,000 RPMs would really just like rattle your ear, and it was really obnoxious. So I ended up picking up a stock axle back, slapping that on there, and getting the car quieted down. The thing was, when I went to do the rear struts, the lower bushing likes to seize to the bolt, and so you cannot get that bolt off of there to save your life, and you're going to need to end up using heat like I did. We ended up torching the collar right off of this thing, melting the bushing off, and picking up some new bolts to put in there because I wasn't going to reuse that garbage that was seized in that collar. So this is what the car looks like now with the new suspension, the new struts, new tires all the way around, and it sits about 4 inches. I think it's got about 4 inches of clearance and even less on the front bumper. So this has been episode 1. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more 8th Gen Civic Si action.